It wasn't the Butler who did it this time, Mike. It was the Baker who did it. Baker Mayfield wins a game in December for, I don't know, maybe the first time ever. But that's how it feels, because Baker usually crumbles at the end of the season. But right now his Bucs are in position to make the playoffs.
Yeah, yes they are. And I've rooted for Baker this whole entire season. I said he deserves a home, and hopefully he can do something with it. So I think it would be cool for him to make the playoffs. But if he does, he's going to get ousted.
Yeah, I still don't know if he's the future. I don't think future would be a word you use with Baker anymore. But Green Bay comes into this matchup. We were hyping them up last week, acting like, they were something, and they go out and put out a stinker on Monday Night Football against the New York Giants and lose to Tommy DeVito. It's hard to watch because I honestly thought the Packers were going to be that team that goes on a late run. But my thing, Mike, have you ever seen so many games at the end of the season where every team has the same record going against each other?
Not to my recollection. Not that means squat around anything because of my memory, but no, this is absolutely crazy that there are so many teams just the same record.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally the definition of a dogfight to get into the playoffs this year, whether you're talking AFC, whether you're talking NFC. These obviously two NFC teams. Green Bay hosts.
Takes you back a little bit to like 80s football where you talk about dog fights.
I barely.
Not. I mean, you barely existed. It would take me back to watching clips of it clearly.
So last week the Packers came out and threw the ball 39 times with Jordan Love, ended up with 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Let's see how they did as a team. 5 of 14 on third down, 4 penalties, and it looks like 3 turnovers might have been the reason that they lost this game. You mentioned Baker. What do we got for his numbers this year?
His completion percentage is 62%, yards 2,900, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
That's a pretty good rate from touchdowns to interceptions. Like you don't mind that, especially from a guy like Baker, who is known for throwing picks.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, especially from a guy like Baker, he's been doing pretty good, and Mike Evans has a lot to do with that.
Oh, of course.
Nope.
Baker Mayfield last week, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. The running game got going as Rachaad White went for 102. And that's what's important, right? Because this Buccaneers team, they have a lot of receiving options. They have Evans. They have Godwin. They have Rachaad White out of the backfield, right?
Yep.
So I think that has not been a problem. But when they get the running game going, that's when they become a really good football team. That's when they become a harder team to beat. I don't think you've picked first in any of these matchups yet, so I'm going to let you pick first in this one. Give me your thoughts, Bucs or Packers?
It's really a tough choice to be honest. They're so even. I mean, it really goes back to who's going to show up on Sunday. Give me Green Bay. They do pretty good at home.
Okay, that's fair. They did beat the Kansas City Chiefs at home, I believe, the last time we saw them. I don't think that game against the Giants was at home. I think that was at Lambeau or in MetLife. Yeah, that was in MetLife. So the last time we did see them, they did beat the Chiefs. All that pausing in between there, I'm inserting the Jeopardy music there just for you. Because I was kind of dancing along to it anyway.
Well, I don't usually get to pick first. I usually have more time.
Hey, sometimes the tables have to be turned. You had to go through the table the other day, so now we gotta turn the tables on you. You're going Packers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna want to go with the other team in this matchup, so I'm gonna select the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think this is one of those coin flip games. It's a 50-50. You mentioned who's gonna show up. I don't know, but if you look at it on paper, again, the Buccaneers have a path to taking first in the division. The Packers do not have a path to taking first in their division, most likely. So I'm thinking the Bucs have a little bit more to play for, a little bit more, in the tank.
All right.
But let's take a look at the KellyCast crew, who they selected for this game. And of course, Kevin did pick the Green Bay Packers, which is not surprising to any of us. We support that. We support you selecting your team. And it looks like Aaron went with the Buccaneers. So we got 2v2. Me and Aaron versus you and Kevin. We're going to have to all punch each other in a circle and see who comes out on top.
The last one has to eat the cookie.
Let's play Drink the Beer. Anyway, we're just having fun here. We're two guys talking football. If you like that, please subscribe. Comment down below if you're a fan of the Bucs, if you're a fan of the Packers, if you're a fan of the NFL. We do all types of content here. As you can tell behind us, we're big Bills fans. Yes, it sucks. Yes, it hurts. Yes, we're going to the Super Bowl. All of those is a yes. But please.
This is starting to sound like these guys, these fan base here. Come on.
Shut up. Please stay tuned for more coming out soon. Of course, our predictions will continue here with Week 15, and we'll be seeing you in the next one.